Victorians once bought more copies of a beetle monster book than Dracula. Yes, a beetle, and it's terrific. Today, I'm dragging 5 forgotten novels out of the crypt and into your TBR. First, The Beetle by Richard Marsh, 1897, an ancient Egyptian entity with a talent for hypnotism, gender slippage, and yes, turning into a giant scarab hits London to ruin a rising MP, Paul Lessingham. The story comes in 4 voices: a desperate clerk, a young inventor, a sharp society woman, and a detective who's always a step behind. The opening grips like cold hands at your throat. Holt, under a spell, says, "The soul of something evil entered into me in the guise of a kiss." You feel that line crawl. It sold like wildfire, went through at least 15 editions, and staged versions haunted the 1920s. Then the tide turned. Critics shelved it as penny melodrama next to Dracula, and its Orientalist tropes curdled fast. The monster didn't become a cultural archetype. By the 1960s, it vanished. Second, The Private Memoirs and Confessions of a Justified Sinner by James Hogg, 1824. A found manuscript from Scotland that gets under your skin and stays there. Robert Ringham believes he's predestined for salvation, which frees him, in his mind, to commit anything. Enter Gil Martin, his shifting double. It tanked on release. Anonymous publication, religious controversy, and a structure that confused people. Read it now because it doesn't feel old. It's the DNA of psychological horror and unreliable narration. It's about fanaticism, radicalization, and the way a voice in your head can sound like God when it's anything but. Third, East Lynne by Ellen Mrs. Henry Wood, 1861. The sensation novel to beat. Lady Isabel Vane runs off, gets ruined, is presumed dead in a train wreck, and returns, veiled, shaken, as the governess in her former home just to be near her children. The plot stacks coincidences like cordwood, then lights the match. Courtroom scenes, doorstep reckonings, tears everywhere. It was a monster hit. Everyone read it, from the Prince of Wales to Joseph Conrad. The stage adaptations were even bigger. The line, "Dead, dead, and never called me mother," became theater legend, even though it's not in the original novel. So why did it fade? Later critics recoiled at the sentimentality and moralizing. It became the punchline of Victorian melodrama. Fifth, The Necromancer, or The Tale of the Black Forest by Carl Friedrich Kahlert, 1794, in English by the mid-1790s. Jane Austen name drops it in Northanger Abbey as one of the horrid novels everyone devoured by candlelight. The form is deliciously primitive. Travelers around a fire trade, uncanny tales, apparitions in ruined castles, banditti in the trees, a lurking necromancer who threads the stories together. It's an anthology stitched into a frame, a hall of mirrors. A modern critic compared the pattern of nested tales to images bouncing between 2 facing mirrors, multiplying into infinity. Serious critics ignored it for generations. Too pulpy, too fragmented, overshadowed by Radcliffe and Lewis.